Paroli is reminded that he is not to leave quarters without an assigned escort.
I have an escort. My parole officer. You look great.
Thank you. Aren't these clothes you gave me a little snug?
No, I wouldn't say that. But we're going to have to rent you some skis when we get up there. Oh, come right in. You remember my telling you that life is full of pleasant surprises? Here's one right now. Noah Bain to see us off with a hearty farewell.
You were going skiing?
Yes. The Paroli made reservations at a lodge, and since he was Olympic champion, it seemed like a healthy outlet.
Olympic champion?
Well, I don't like to make a point of it.
Exactly where did you say this lodge was?
The Chesapeake Lodge, in the Chesapeake Mountains.
Oh, I didn't know there was a ski lodge in the Chesapeake Mountains.
Well, it's not exactly a lodge. It's more like a...
cabin.
More like that.
In the Chesapeake Mountains?
Well, it's not exactly in the mountains.
Oh, you drive past the mountains
to get there. You've done some skiing yourself, I know.
Once or twice. I'll take charge of the Paroli, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We'll work something out later.
Don't plan on it. She'll be reassigned in your absence.
Absence?
Mm-hmm. You're going to Ocarina, a small Persian Gulf country.
What do they have worth stealing?
$12.5 million.
That's worth stealing. Who has it?
General Kunei, the local dictator. He's managed to promote $25 million worth of agricultural equipment from the State Department 6 months ago. Then he sold it to the neighboring sheikdom, Amwait, for half price. $12.5 million.
That's a very good deal.
Mm.
For him.
Oh, yes. But our intelligence has discovered that he's contracted to buy some jet aircraft with that $12.5 million and take over Amwait. It's vital that we stop that transaction. If the general takes Amwait, it could upset the balance of power there, which could easily escalate into another international crisis.
Where do I find the money?
The money is in a Swiss bank. So the general exchanges the numbered passbook to the account for the planes. Unfortunately, we don't know where he keeps the passbook. He wouldn't carry it on him, so we figure he keeps it under lock and key in the presidential palace.
And without the passbook, he can't get the $12.5 million out of the Swiss bank to buy the airplanes.
Not only that, anyone who presents the passbook can get the money.
Like me?
Like Uncle Sam.
When do I leave?
As soon as it's ready.
Look, I don't mind traveling tourist economy occasionally, but that's ridiculous.
Customs and immigration security are very tight in Ocarina, much more so with visitors than they are with properly marked freight.
I'll bet.
Besides, it's perfectly comfortable and quite safe.
Would it be prying too much to ask what usually goes in that box?
Among other things, chemical fertilizer.
I'm glad you said chemical.
I'm not asking you to spy. Just asking you to steal.
Ocarina.
Thanks.
Did you have a nice trip?
Best crate I ever traveled in.
Sorry.
Incidentally, where am I?
I told you, Ocarina.
I mean, where in Ocarina? Oh, man.
You're on the 3rd floor of a warehouse. This is my room. And I'm Anna Martine.
Al Monday.
I know.
A little bit to the left there. Yeah. Boy, they don't treat the agents like they used to. Traveling in crates, living in warehouses. Thanks.
Good for my cover. I'm supposed to be an agricultural research expert. Would you like some coffee?
Yes. Thanks. Do you know anything about agricultural research?
I majored in it at college. That's why Noah set it up that way.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Oh?
You're so attractive, I'd expect you to be in the international set. Not fooling around with some rabbit.
Perhaps we ought to get one thing straight right at the beginning.
Shoot.
You've got quite a reputation amongst the agents, Mr. Mundy.
You can call me Al.
Mr. Mundy,
Al.
as I was saying,
I have a reputation. I assure you I deserve it.
you do.
Absolutely. I am by far the best thief they ever coerced into working for them.
That's not the reputation I was talking about.
No?
No, what I was referring to was, shall we say, your romantic activities.
Oh.
I mean, just so we understand each other. I'm not in the market for any extracurricular hanky-panky.
You don't know how that relieves my mind. I don't know how that rumor got started, but it sure has given me a lot of trouble. Every time I work with a girl, she expects me to make a pass at her. So I'm glad you and I see eye to eye. Strictly business, right?
Right.
You shake hands like a man. You want to brief me on the setup?
Sure. You can see the palace from over here. I've studied it very carefully. And you can forget about breaking into this place.
Well, dictators don't usually run an open house. Have to find another way of getting inside. Who's that?
Madame Gamard, the general's wife.
And the man with her?
Colonel Parvez, security chief. She never goes out in public without him.
When she does go out, where does she go? What's her usual routine?
Her usual routine is that she stays inside the palace grounds. When she does go out, generally it's to shop.
Where?
Most expensive place, naturally.
What do you think? It's beautiful. Did the general like the last one you bought?
Yes, of course.
Why do you ask? I thought if he liked the last gown, he would surely find this one even more pleasing.
Yes, that's true.
Excuse me.
Hello. I understand that one may find some unusual silk prints here.
Yes, we do have some very nice silks.
Then perhaps I can see them?
1 minute, please.
Oh, excellent. Are there any duplicates of these anywhere?
No, sir. These are hand-woven locally. No pattern has ever made the same.
Splendid. When I give an exclusive to the princess on my designs, she must also have an exclusive on the fabric. I'll wish to have these shipped, please, to Monaco.
Monaco?
Yes, you can send them in my name, Oscar Morel, care of the princess.
Yes, of course, Mr. Morel. 1 minute, please. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Madame, you'll never guess who's out there.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Morel?
Yes, will you prepare the bill, please? I'm afraid I have to leave.
Sir, you are addressing Madame Gamard.
Oh, it's quite all right. He would have no way of knowing.
Oh, Madame Gomar, I've heard so much about you. Is this the general?
No, I am Colonel Parvis.
Oh.
You may relax. You said you had heard of me.
Yes, I have. In Paris, a month ago. There was talk of you. Cardon said something. I don't recall quite what it was, but the impression was that you were being watched very closely. Fashion-wise, that is.
But what do you think?
Oh, well, obviously, Madame wears very expensive clothes.
You don't approve?
Am I permitted to speak freely, Madame?
Oh, yes, please do.
A woman of your beauty and obvious attributes, with the proper designing, could be the new leader of the European fashion scene, without question.
What do you mean by proper design?
Well, perhaps one day I'll be here again and I can show you.
Can't you do it now?
But that I could. Her Highness saw some of my designs in New York and insisted that I design exclusively for her. So for the past few weeks, I've been traveling in search of new and exotic fabrics. Now I must return to her and begin her collection.
Would a few days make such a difference to the princess?
Well, you know how princesses are.
Naturally, I would expect to make it worth your while.
Oh, Madame Gamard. Money is no object. If I consent. It's because of the challenge to create a new international style figure.
You will do it then?
Madame, you are most persuasive.
An immigration check on this, Mr. Morel. The usual procedure.
What do you know about women's fashions?
It's not what I know now that's important. It's how much I'll know when we go to the palace to create some delectable visions for Madame Gamard.
Won't work.
It's got to work, so get busy. I picked these up on the way back here. There's got to be something in here we can copy. As a matter of fact, I've always thought that I could do a lot better than some of the things I've seen women wear. Present company accepted, of course.
How do you propose to begin this crash course?
By using you as a model for Madame Gamard. Of course, she's a little more here and there, but I've got a rough idea of how to handle it.
Oh, that's what I love about you. You always say the right thing. Makes a girl feel warm all over.
I didn't say I liked her figure. I just said it was there. Personally, I
Never
prefer...
mind. Never mind. Just drape this over my shoulder.
Voila. Madame will be the talk of the continent in this ravishing creation, so stylish, so chic, so formidable, so desirable.
Careful.
All right. What's next?
You're the couturier. Take it from here.
I guess there's a little bit more to this designing than I thought. Well, back to the old drawing board. I have an appointment with Madame Gamard.
Your name?
Oscar Morel. This is my assistant.
What's in there?
Materials for Madame Gamard.
Open it. Park in the courtyard.
A gift from Madame Gamard. You wouldn't expect the Meister to carry his own sample case, would you?
The place looks deserted.
Not quite. The carpet we're on has an electric grid under it. My guess is the whole place is wired.
This way, please. Madame? Madame?
Come in.
Madame,
Mr. Morat.
may I present my assistant, Miss Martine?
How do you do?
Madame.
Thank you, Colonel. May I offer you some tea?
No, thank you. Ah, you entertain here? Small, intimate groups of women for tea?
I have few intimate friends. In my husband's position, it's...
Ah, the penalty of power. Yes. I see.
Does the princess?
Ladies of the court, her favorite committees.
I hope one day to meet her.
She is most charming. But no more charming than Madame.
Do you have a creation in mind?
I never have any creations in mind. Until I study the woman that I'm creating for. Either she inspires me or the Golame. Yes, that will do for this room.
It's lovely.
Mark that number 1. Now for the other rooms.
What do you mean?
Oh, for the princess. I designed a different gown for every room in the palace. I call it total design.
Is this all you're going to do with this one?
For now, yes.
But I thought...
If Madame is dissatisfied...
Oh, no. Whatever you say.
Precisely.
I checked with immigration. There was no visa issued to any Oscar Morel.
Did you check with the hotels?
He's not registered at any of them. Shall I inform the general?
No, I'll take care of it personally.
Yes, sir.
Exquisite.
That is the belt of the Prophet. Its value in dollars is beyond estimate.
Is it possible to get a closer look?
Of course, to our people, its true value is the symbolic unity of our historic ties to our neighboring nation, Amwit. It is protected by those electronic devices. If you so much as touch the case...
I'm sorry. I'm so naive about that sort of thing. I suppose the general is the only one who can open it.
No, only the Grand Mullah has the keys to the control. This afternoon, the ceremony will be held here, and the belt passed to the ruler of Amwit for safekeeping for 6 months.
It's only fair.
Put through a cable approving delivery and reminding them that I will only turn over a passbook after inspection and delivery.
When do the planes arrive, sir?
You'll be informed, Colonel.
If I may suggest to the General, in the days ahead, there will be need for someone of proven loyalty.
Uh-huh. Chief of Staff, perhaps?
I shall do my utmost to prove myself worthy of consideration.
Ah, yes, I'm sure you will. I must prepare for the ceremony. Our guest will be here soon.
This is Colonel Parvis. I wish to run a security check through our legation in New York. Yes, verification of one Oscar Morel, a designer of women's fashions. Yes, women's fashions.
Now, if you'll just hold it right there, my assistant will finish making her preliminary sketch. think we'll try the general's office. Ah, that's fine. Now, if you'll just hold that pose while my assistant finishes pinning it. Be sure not to move. I want the drape to be absolutely perfect. Lovely.
Please.
What on earth is going on here? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Oscar Morel of New York. My assistant, Miss Martine.
General. Mr. Morel is a famous couturier, and he has consented to create an entire wardrobe for me.
In my office?
It's very important that he see the entire palace, just as he did for Princess Grace.
I specialize in total design, harmonizing the gowns with the background, creating a complete entity.
I see. My guest will arrive very soon. I suggest Mr. Morel and the young lady wait in your quarters.
Don't trouble yourself, General. We're perfectly comfortable here.
I think you will be even more comfortable in Madame Gamar's sitting room.
If you insist. I'll see you in your sitting room, Madame. Martine?
Do you like this style?
Oh, yes, it's very nice.
You don't like it?
I would like everything you wear.
What did I wear last night?
Last night?
Oh, never mind. I never should have asked.
Please, let's not start that again. Certainly not today.
There's never any time for anything anymore, is there?
Please escort Madame Gamar to her quarters.
I almost forgot. Affairs of state. Sorry.
Get the car and wait for me by the side entrance. If I'm not there within a half an hour, take off without me.
Why? What are you going to do?
I'm going to take a crack at the safe during the ceremony.
Can I help?
You can't help from now on. Besides, if I blow it, there's no sense in both of us getting caught.
My orders were to stay.
I'm giving the orders from now on. Ah, Madame Gamar. I'm afraid Miss Martine will have to leave. One of us has to press on to make our apologies to Princess Grace.
Guard, will you show the young lady out?
Oh, this does look lovely on you. I'd almost forgotten. This is the day of the ceremony, the belt of the prophet.
Oh, yes.
You'll be going to the ceremony, of course.
No, I am not allowed.
This probably will sound foolish, but with the belt being removed today, I'm surprised that there isn't more security here.
Oh, there is. This carpet we are walking on. It contains an alarm system.
Isn't that clever? But it doesn't seem to be turned on now.
As soon as all of the guests are inside the throne room, the circuits are turned on. If anyone steps foot in this corridor, even the slightest touch, all of the alarms will go off. So you see, there is a certain amount of security here.
Yes, that is a relief.
Salam, brother. Salam. The mullah is waiting for us in the throne room. Come.
Yes? Just a moment. Colonel, it's for you.
Mrs. Colonel Parvis? Oh, yes. New York is sure about that. No one by that name. You are certain? No. All right. No, that's all for now.
I'm sure Madame's husband will be pleased with the selection.
I'm afraid he wouldn't notice if I were wearing an original creation or a gunny sack. I shouldn't have said that. My husband is a very busy man. He has many responsibilities.
Of course.
When he was a lieutenant, I used to pass by this palace and wonder what would it be like to live in such a place as this. We used to talk about it many times. In those days, I could afford 2, 3 dresses a year. He used to enjoy going shopping with me. He had very definite tastes about how he wanted me to look. I didn't agree with him. But I bought what he wanted me to, just to please him.
Take it easy, brother. I'm sorry.
Did you ever follow through on that land development deal in Italy?
I had a management company in London check up on it. I must say it didn't look as inviting on close inspection.
No, that's most unfortunate.
Yes.
When is your son coming home from school?
Well, if his marks have not improved this term, he may be afraid to come home at all.
You've been on a government payroll for months without working. The least you can do is create a little diversion.
Did you find anyone?
Evidently, a rabbit triggered the alarm.
A rabbit? Here?
Yes, sir. It may have been set loose to create a diversion.
By whom?
Well, it is difficult to say, sir, but perhaps we should look in on Mr. Morrell.
At ease. Brother, 1,000 pardons. It is really most embarrassing. Of course, I only try to protect you. Please follow the guards to my quarters. Come on. Come on.
What are you doing in the general's office?
Hey, look at that.
You are intrigued by the belt of the Prophet, Monsieur Morrel? In this part of the world, the conventions of justice change rather slowly. For example, even today, a man will have his arm cut off for attempting a theft. In your case, this arm. Perhaps in future it would be better if you'd patronize local fashion designers. What is it?
Alhamal is leaving, sir.
I'll be right there. I must complete the ceremony.
Yes, by all means.
Madame, rest assured, that man will be punished.
True. The thief has been caught, but the incident should have been prevented.
Again, 1,000 pardons, brother. It was a most regrettable incident.
I'm not accustomed to being held at gunpoint.
Oh, well, my guards are acting instinctively to protect me. You must understand that.
It does not lessen the insult.
As you wish.
One of your wives, the French one, I can't recall her name. How is she?
Her tongue is still as sharp as ever.
She always received such pleasure from showing off the belt of the Prophet to her friends. I trust she won't be disappointed not having the belt on display this year.
I accept your apology.
I'm sorry, it will not open.
Please, Your Eminence. Try again.
Only the mullah is to know the combination. You know the law.
I will order a new display case for it and have it installed under his supervision. And now I must examine it because he can't open it.
We will both examine it.
I'm sorry.
Please, Your Eminence. No wonder. The time lock. It's gone beyond the time.
And it cannot be opened for another month. A pity.
Now that we both know the combination, and it will have to be replaced, I can have it forcibly opened.
But who could do that without damaging the belt? It would take a specialist.
That will be all. I trust you find your quarters comfortable, sir?
Yes.
I don't think you came here for the belt of the Prophet.
You're in the minority.
But then I'm the only one who has examined the safe in the general's office. And if you really were after the belt, why would you break into the safe?
What do you want?
You came here after $12.5 million.
I'd never steal that much money. How would I carry it out? Besides, I wouldn't have time to count it.
My dear friend, I am the one who informed the SIA, anonymously, of course. And I let you play out your scheme until I was sure about you. Now I am. So tell me, is the passbook with the belt?
A little power play of your own, Colonel?
I'm going to take over this country one way or another. It would have been nice if the SIA could have stopped the general for me. But I suppose one can't have everything. You know, I can save your arm. I was just interrogating the prisoner, sir.
We need your services.
Which of my services?
You've caused us to go beyond the time for opening the case. You will now finish what you began before we interrupted you. Bring him to the throne room.
Yes, sir.
We may still do some business.
What are you doing here?
That's enough. Take him back to his cell.
Yes, I'm finished here.
The belt of the prophet, the symbol of unity and brotherhood, and all the bonds that tie these two countries together. It passes from one to the other.
Do you have it? Get to your post. Very well. Escape.
Escape.
Yes, I suggest you go this way. Prisoners attempting an escape. Sound the alarm. Shoot to kill.
What's happened?
I think we'd better have a talk, General.
Not now.
Now.
Don't move, Mr. Morales. Get down. Perhaps before I turn you over to the guards, you would care to explain your behavior.
Well, it would take quite a while. I doubt if there's time.
As you like. I will call the guards.
Wait. Before you do, I'd like to apologize for the way that I treated you. Unfortunately, I had no choice.
That little book I saw you put in your pocket. You came here to steal that.
Yes, I did.
And you made up all that about being a couturier, just to get inside the palace.
Yes.
No woman likes to be made a fool of, Mr. Morales. Or whatever your real name is.
You're right, madame. I'm sorry.
Without that passbook, my husband will not get the planes he's after, will he?
No.
Then you better hurry. Go.
Your colonel just tried that.
What do you mean?
He pretended to help me escape, then he tried to shoot me in the back.
But I want you to escape with the passbook.
Whose side are you on?
My own.
I don't follow you.
I happen to love my husband very much. I want him here with me, not off somewhere playing Alexander the Great. Doesn't that answer your question?
Well, I'd buy it a lot quicker if you didn't have that gun pointed at me.
Oh. Here. Isn't it loaded?
You know they'll never think of looking for you in Madame's quarters.
My guards are loyal to me. In case you neglected to consider that.
Your guards will not know that I killed you. They will assume you've been assassinated by the intruder.
What if my wife should come in?
Oh, he will have killed her, too.
Ah.
You don't really believe I'll do it, do you?
Oh, yes. I do believe you. I've seen traitors before, as you will, once you assume my position.
I shall be more intelligent than you were. I shan't humiliate a colonel by making him accompany a woman on shopping expeditions.
My wife is my most prized possession. I consider it an honor to trust her to your care.
Well, I shall have more important things to do when the planes arrive. With this passbook.
He's all yours.
Guards! Come in! Bring him to a cell at once.
All right, help him pick her up.
You did that?
I heard what you said to him about me being your most prized possession.
Yes, well, it was very odd, but the moment I was facing death, you were the one I thought of.
Oh.
I just saw them carry Colonel Powys out. Is he ill?
Ill? My trusted aide, Colonel Parvis, has been plotting to depose me and attack your country.
I'm grateful to you that you discovered it.
Yes, it was most fortunate. Especially for my wife and myself. And also because he would have shattered the traditional friendship between our two countries.
Yes. Now, shall we continue with the ceremony?
By all means. My dear.
But women are not supposed to be present at the ceremony.
I know. But perhaps our dear friend is willing to make an exception?
Of course.
I found a driver. All right, you, to that spot marked on your map, and I'm watching you. I was so worried about you.
Why, Miss Martine?
Stop it, will you?
I haven't even started yet.
A friend of mine has a model farm in the Chesapeake Valley. I think you'd be very interested in it.
I think I would.
There's a little inn on my way. We could stop and have dinner. Very small, very private.
Sounds great.
And out of bounds to the parolee.
Don't bother to knock. My house is your house.
I know. Here's your ticket. Car's outside waiting to take you to the airport.
Where is she going?
Paris.
As an agricultural research expert?
No, as a member of the international set.
Well, bye.
Au revoir. It was charming. I know Paris like the inside of your pocket. Isn't there something there I could steal for you? The Mona Lisa, the Eiffel Tower? Well, it was a thought. All right, Monitor. It's your move.
You stole my night.